Hello everyone, my name is Gadiel Martinez. I'm 24 years old. I have a bachelor's degree in biology at the Inter-American University of Aguadilla. And I chose this topic, plastic pollution, because first of all, I love nature. I love to care for it and I want to do anything I can to preserve it. And in my last assignment, I was given this topic about plastic pollution and to do kind of like a draft of how persuasive speech would be. So when I started watching the videos of Sir David Attenborough, also the video of Plastic Ocean, a lot of information, it really inspired me and it made me think of the choices I make daily and how it can help. So I said it was of great impact to me. I chose it to be my persuasive speech so I can give the same inspiration to you so you can help me and a lot of other people who want to preserve this beautiful planet. So the specific purpose which I chose this was to make people aware not only of the usage of plastic, but the dangers it comes with it, and to take action. Like I said, one may not make the difference, but two, three, four, thousands of people can make a difference. Now the central idea is, sometimes you think plastic bottle, so you throw it in the trash can, it just stays in the trash can. Thing is, it doesn't. It ends up in our oceans, and there's some alarming effects which I will come to later. So not only the ocean but the creatures as well it does affect, and what we can do to take precautions and make wise decisions to help change, because it's not permanent. There is still hope. So my topic is plastic pollution, a silent killer. Now you may say, what? Plastic? That's harmless, right? It isn't. It is not harmless. It is extremely, extremely, extremely dangerous. So I would like to open up by asking you all a question. Would you like your children to swim in seas of plastic? You gotta think twice about that. That's where our used bottles, plastics, and even straws go. America uses 1 million single plastic bags every single minute. Do you imagine the amount? 1 million every single minute. And all of that gets stored in our ocean. This is a generation that loves a lot of consumerism. How many of these you buy? You buy a whole pack of these. 16 bottles. What do? You use them once, you throw it. You don't clean it. You don't use it again. Why? Because this is the era we were born in. When something does not work, just throw it away. We love our consumerism, and we throw it out as if it's nothing. How many times, this is the thing that really shocked me, is how many times have we used a straw without really needing to? It's just, we got into this sort of routine. Oh, you're gonna drink Coke, let me use a straw. I'm gonna drink Sprite, let me use a straw. I'm gonna drink water, let me use a straw. So this routine, when you look back 10 years, you've done the same thing. So How many times have you used a straw in the last 10 years? You can't even imagine. So much. And all of that gets stored in our oceans. Taking action towards this issue can help reduce the plastic in the ocean drastically. So at least there is something we can do. As a biologist and a certified water diver, I see a lot of that pollution when I go underwater. I see a lot of fishes, I see corals, and then I see plastic. I see beer bottles. We just are so intent on ruining our own nature. It's like trying to see a night sky when you're blind. God gave us all this beauty and we just end up destroying it. Like I said, I am a lover of nature. And as a certified water diver, I see it a lot, constantly. And I get really mad when people just throw it on the ground. They don't recycle, they just throw it. As if the world is a big trash can. Nobody can tell you what happens in the ocean as someone that dives in it frequently. That is a fact. People can say, oh, plastic pollution in our oceans. Okay, that's a thing going on. But if somebody does a lot of activities, is a lover of nature, and is constantly going to the beach, he will see and experience what I'm talking about. The beauty of our oceans, life is being bombarded by countless amounts of plastic, reducing God's beauty to a pig pen. Like I said before, we treat our world like a trash can. And the sad thing is, I see most people throw it on the ground when there's a trash can nearby. So it boggles my mind. This is a global issue. Remember, the entire world is surrounded by water, where millions of sea life die every day. I mean, you may just think, oh, nothing happens. Just doesn't look good. No. Getting caught in plastic, and a lot of them die. They can't eat. Say if a pigeon eats a sort of plastic, he can't eat anything else because it obstructs the part of its beak, unless it eat of its beak. Excuse me. Motivating people to take a stand and educating ourselves so we can slowly but surely reduce pollution in our oceans. I think the biggest issue is ignorance. Not knowing what you're doing is wrong. Why is the plastic pollution in our oceans an issue? Now, we said before, does it look good? But at the same time, there's other consequences. As said by Sir David Attenborough. Sir David Attenborough is an English broadcaster and naturalist. Plastic was a convenience before. The thing is, when it was first introduced, a lot of people said, wow, it's a miracle. Use this piece of plastic, and when it doesn't work, just throw it away. But as people later realize, it is extremely difficult to get rid of. It is extremely difficult to get rid of because it doesn't compose very easily. It needs a lot of time. Using the ocean as a dump with water bottles, plastic bags, and straws, we have put our ocean life at risk. Now, what happens when something doesn't decompose? It stays there for thousands and thousands of years. Plastic does not degrade and does not disappear. This is the issue. So what do? We store it in what we assume is an infinite ocean. But it is not. The plastic washes up on shore and our beaches, also affecting you and me with its harmful pollutants. So, just to get a little perspective, every single year, 8 million metric tons of plastic goes into the ocean. Imagine, the year before, 8 million metric tons. This year, 8 million metric tons. That's 16 million metric tons in just 2 years. And it doesn't decompose. So what it does is just washing up on shore. And also, if you see a plastic bag, it looks kind of like a medusa. Turtles like to eat them, and they confuse them. So they eat them, they choke, and they die. They eat them thinking they're medusa or jellyfish. And also, fish and other marine life get stuck in plastic and suffocate, even preventing them to eat, not only affecting sea life, but humans as well. Because it all comes back to us. We put the plastic in the oceans. An animal that we eat eats the plastic, and we eat that animal. In conclusion, we eat the same thing we put out. You're trying to eat a fish that has a lot of pollutants and plastic inside, and that affects you. That affects me. The thing is, sometimes we don't think. Just throw stuff out there and think it's not gonna come back, but it does. It always does. It affects humans as well. So you also know that when you eat fish and the plastic pollutants are inside your body, you can even get cancer. This is another supporting point. 1 million plastic bags are being used every minute in America. And it is said to have enough garbage, enough to place the equivalent of 5 grocery bags full of plastic trash on every foot of every nation's coastline around the globe. Now, we said before, 8 million metric tons. This is to put, a little mental picture on you. This is all stated by the Scientific American. This is an American science magazine. It's very popular. It was put up in the 1920s. But all of this damage may seem irremediable, but there is a way we can all play a part in helping. The solution, thank God, a great deal will be achieved if we, as people, work together, reducing drastically the pollution in our oceans, helping not only our sea life, but ourselves and our children. Like I said before, some people think, this generation will do this, nothing is going to happen to the other generation, but it does. Everything we leave here, it passes on to the next generation. Reducing the amount of plastic used will help a great deal. Like I said, we use this and just throw it away. This bottle is degradable. Up to 30% plant-based, 100% recyclable bottle. Recycle. Very important. And use it again. Drink, wash it, fill it up with water, drink it again. You help reduce the amount of plastic that goes in the ocean. Like I said before, when you go to a restaurant, somebody offers you a straw to drink a Coke, you say, you know what, I'm good. Have to be conscientious of the choices you make every day. These little decisions will make us even closer, help us get even closer to our goal. Recycling will make sure that the plastic used does not end up in the ocean. Urging our government to do something about it and making a movement will help. So, go to recycling centers, Put up all the bottles you can have, and also motivate your friends, family, loved ones. This will help start a movement, move things along. Also, making plastic biodegradable will ensure that the plastic will degrade. Like I said before, this is 30% plant-based, so it will be easier to decompose. According to Recycling Across America, only 30% of America recycles. Now, if you and me work together, hopefully and willfully, this will get up really higher. So, in conclusion, overusing plastic not only affects our oceans and kills our sea life, but contaminates us as well. So, like I said before, be a little bit conscientious. Everything you throw out in the world would come back to you. So, taking the steps necessary, we can not only save our beautiful planet, but ourselves. Think of the next generation. It's very important. Not only think of yourself. So, this is a dare. I dare you to be the person that starts making a difference. I urge you to help me help the oceans, and with it, our beautiful planet to be as beautiful as it once was. I hope you really like this and I inspired you. Have a great day.